Hello, ladies and gentlemen, here with a very controversial topic. In this very short video, I am going to definitively run down with you a very important technique to manifest your twin flame. And I love this because whenever we say the twin flame word or the soulmate word, by the way, a twin flame is a soulmate. So there's no like, oh, I want to get with my twin flame. I don't want to get with my soulmate. You people sound stupid as hell. Like there's no twin, like a twin flame is a quality of a soulmate. So just making sure we're clear. But outside of that, you do this technique, you're going to manifest this. And I know when I say this word, this can well up so much frustration because you thought you found the one. Let's just be real. I'm talking straight to your heart. You thought you found the one and it didn't work. You probably attached to someone who you swore was your twin flame, and you probably went through that process where, even though they're not, you swore they were. I was there too, okay? And now you're disappointed, and now you're like, I don't want twin flames. And your spirit guides are just laughing, like, look at them pouting, like, I don't want them. So clear all that ego, clear all that disappointment, and clear all that frustration. I was there too. Okay. This is about accepting wholeheartedly that you are eternally worthy. Your main block to manifesting that is your inability to accept that. Because if you accepted fully that you're eternally worthy, you wouldn't have no problems manifesting this. Because the soulmate is not something you look for. What you're seeking unconsciously is seeking you. By the way, it's not your fault that you don't believe you're eternally worthy. We're in a warfare that competes over your thoughts to put them in a box and to label you into something you're not. You have a spirit. So, we all have a human form, but we're our spirits. For example, Gemini suns are angel spirits. Sagittarius suns are ascended spirits. Pisces suns are divine beings, eons, okay? So you get to really know the limitless nature of your spirit. But society has taught you you're just a human being. No, we have human form. We are bound by physical laws, but it's mind over matter, and our spirit can have us transcend that. And so if you've seen a Venus retrograde hack part 1, 2, and 3, and also manifesting your legend part 2, we're going to borrow those principles. And what you're going to be doing here is, if you want to supercharge this technique, be prepared to live the impossible. You are the creator of your reality. And so you have made excuses as to why you can't manifest this now. Oh, I'm not good enough now. I don't have enough money now. I don't have this now. I'm not good enough. Or you may say you are, but with your actions, with you trying to chase and be codependent on people's reactions to you, you're not emitting that frequency out to the universe. So personally, right off the bat, this technique that I'm going to share with you has worked. Okay. Off the strength that, and I really appreciate it. What a lot of you forget to appreciate is that this is a journey. It is a process. It is a path. In many cases, for most people, Spirit had to show you how not to go about it. Spirit, through you, had to show you what it doesn't look like. I don't want to get into the whole notion of false twin flames or shadow tendencies, because with a lot of that, we just are blind to our own toxicity, and we project it to the other person that they're the problem when you manifested that person in situations. So look in the mirror. That's not to say that, when you manifest that, some of you level up and you act in integrity, which was the purpose, but don't be so quick to project on the other person that it's all them, okay? Sharing the responsibility that you manifested that situation for a reason, for growth. So I stepped into this seeing synchronicities, seeing signs, because at that moment, I didn't realize that I was attracted to certain counterparts, which reflected back to me elements that I didn't see in myself. And so I projected that towards other people. It wasn't until I accepted wholeheartedly that I am a twin flame, right? And that I am worthy, period. It wasn't until I truly believed in who I am and knew who I am. And I remember that too. I was like, who is my twin flame? And I heard a voice. It was a calm voice that said, once you know who you are, you will recognize, you won't find your soulmate, you will recognize, okay? And when you remember that you're a multidimensional being that is not just this fleshly suit, you start to recognize the essence of you reflected in other people, things, and situations that also correlate that. That being said, you have a soulmate connection with everybody, but you only have one soulmate. So you might have been confused because you've seen synchronicities and signs about certain soulmate counterparts that it just didn't work out with, and you're not enjoying the journey. They have lessons to teach you. When you're sailing, and shout out to Marissa, Lauren, when you're sailing to land, sometimes you see birds coming from that land. And sometimes spirit sends you birds, sends you counterparts that you have legitimate soulmate connections with and that you reflect, but they're not your soulmate. So you wonder, why did they get with someone else? I thought we had a connection. You did. But you may have been so attached to a result or outcome, I know I have, or been codependent, that you didn't realize that that person was meant to reflect what you project onto them and love in them is what you're supposed to love in yourself. Because once you actually do that, and it took me years, because I was revealed who I was at 20 during a mushroom trip, and it was wild. But it took me 10 years, and I was chilling with a Pisces, a divine being, a Sagittarius, an ascended being, and an Aquarian goddess, a celestial. Okay, so like that also helped the environment. But it wasn't until 10 years later, until 2020, that it clicked, that I accepted it, that I understood it. And in between that 10-year span, you feel me? In between that 10-year span, I, of course, went on a journey of discovery where I connected with, physically and vibrationally with people who I swore were my soulmate. And in a sense, I wasn't wrong. They just weren't my other half. Okay. A lot of people ask that, like, do you only have one soulmate? Do you only have one soulmate? Whenever you think about that, the only reason why you ask that is because you projected it on other people and you share connections with them. And so you feel like, I share a connection with this person, I share a connection with this person, but you share a connection with everybody. Your critical mind creates prejudices and biases that at minute second levels, and just watch Blink by Malcolm Gladwell, will raise up all reasons why you don't open your heart to anyone. So when you rid ego and you live fully in heart, you realize you actually have a powerful soulmate connection with everybody. Some people you're more compatible with, and that breaks down more of your walls. But you only have one soulmate. And if you want really practical insight into understanding why, how many are there of you? Because there are people who imitate you. There are clones of you. But how many of there are you? There's only one you. So you only have one other half. If you don't believe me, take a cookie, break it in half. Does that half of the cookie have another half cookie? It only has one. So get out your head and stop complicating the process. I know I did. And stop complicating the process by making yourself feel that, oh, you'll never find the one. Some of you aren't even like old enough to be talking that talk. Okay, chill. Some of you haven't even had a divorce yet. Chill, be like chill. If you're out of your second marriage, I could understand, and that's still no excuse. But like, some of you haven't even tasted the sweet taste of the death of a marriage. Like, you need to chill. You need to chill with all that depression. Okay, you need to enjoy your life, because when you enjoy your life and you're walking your path, what you seek is seeking you, and it mirrors you. Because hold on, first of all, you do have a counterpart to your soul. You have soulmate connections who match that in essence. For example, I met someone who's born like a few days away from a counterpart I've recognized, but I was wondering why it didn't work, because we had the soulmate connection, but she wasn't my soulmate. Okay, I wasn't her soulmate. We're soulmates, but I wasn't her soulmate. I know that's kind of confusing because we exist as multidimensional beings, but we are in 3D. So that's the duality, where it's going to seem contradictory, but it's really not. Once you start to see yourself beyond this, it actually makes perfect sense. However, it wasn't until I recognized and accepted who I truly am, and I released the need to be codependent on a partner to complete me, she showed up. She showed up like this. And the key here is recognizing the essence. This might be a cop out for some people because you're so attached to the material. You're so attached to the destination. You're so attached for this looking a certain type of way that you don't trust the synchronicities, you don't trust the signs, and you find every reason to be impatient with not believing in what's happening. And if you don't believe in what you're stepping into, you're going to block it. You're not going to step past the door. So just keep that in mind. We're going to do a quick exercise that borrows on these principles. It's so simple. And what this is going to do, hold me to this, okay? Should you do this correctly, before you go to sleep tonight, you will either manifest a real interaction with your soulmate and other half and twin flame, or you will be revealed who it is. This is so very important because why you haven't manifested this yet is because you're looking for them. And some of you may act or busy yourself with work, but energetically you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for something to show up. That is energetically chasing somebody. So keep that in mind because you're meant to find your soulmate on your path. When you look for them, you're getting off your path. How are you going to find someone who you're supposed to meet on your path if you get off to look for them? They mirror you. So when you go look for them, they look for you in other people because you're looking for them in other people. So it's not until you let go of that and have faith that your higher selves are leading each other to each other because you're one half of a whole. When you energetically charge yourself with your mission and walk your path and live that, guess who you're going to come into when you least expect it because you're so busy having fun. They're not going to be attracted to the needy person that's like, oh, I want to be with someone. They're going to be attracted to the person in their light. That's going to be the light to let them know, oh, that's the one, and vice versa. And some of you are afraid to take risks. Some of you are afraid to share, hey, we have a soulmate connection. Let's explore it. You shouldn't be afraid to explore it. Worst case scenario, it's not what you both expected, but you both gain lessons. And you don't have to rush these things. I'm very impatient. I learned that patience is truly a virtue. So anyway, this exercise is super simple. First of all, when you do this, it's going to attract a certain element of negativity to test whether you because it's one thing to be like, I'm worthy, but it's another thing to really believe that. So when you actually vibrate high and step into this, you're going to counterbalance and attract negativity to test does this person really think they're valuable? Or at the first sign of negativity, do they fold? You want to appreciate the negativity because that opposition strengthens your stance. And it's really simple. You could do this with me right now. You are eternally loved. Right now, the love of your life is loving on you. They love everything about you. How does that feel? I want you to close your eyes or open your eyes and focus on the essence, not what they look like, the essence of your other half. You can feel them right now because you're not separated by space. Quantum mechanics has proved this with non-locality. You're always with them. This is why you can't find your soulmate. You're with them right now. Once you actually acknowledge that you're not separated and you move forward to just do you, they show up. I promise you. It doesn't mean that everything starts immediately. Take your time with it, but feel that. How does it feel when someone loves you unconditionally? How much happily are you to just be comfortable? Take that feeling into everything you do. It's literally that simple. Do that for tonight. Whether you want to spend 1 or 30 minutes in meditation, just feeling that. And whenever you lose focus, get back in that space, anchor it into your heart and feel into everything you do. You've activated the journey. Don't worry about the destination. Just take that feeling. Some of you are impatient. Exercise patience and have fun, because the more you start tripping about, is it working? Is this the person? You get in the way of it versus not worrying about the outcome of how certain things happen. There's no such thing as things not working out. You just you just gain a learning experience. So I hope this video helped. Comment down below any, insights you have, and be prepared to be revealed the sacred counterpart, because it's you.